What's Bolton's waiver mean for you guys?
It's great. It just gives us another opportunity on the perimeter. You know, to obviously first grab, get depth, but he can play some one. You know, where if we need to put Tyrese at a couple different positions offensively on the perimeter, we can do that. He just gives us a lot more versatility, and I think he gives a big scoring punch. You know, he can score from three, but he's really good off the dribble. Can put pressure on the paint. Can get paint touches. But he's a good player, you know, and so we're really excited about that. Thankful. Our compliance did a great job. Appreciate the NCAA being understanding of his situation, and appreciate Penn State for being very helpful in the situation as well.
What was that situation?
The waiver.
Okay.
You're wondering.
I was.
I know, that's what I thought.
Why did he?
I was going to let
we
you.
still haven't.
I was going to let you go with that one.
Applying for a waiver.
He asked a question.
What's
We
that?
still haven't heard why he was applying for the waiver.
Yeah, that's just, you know, that's between, you know, all of us, and
Yeah, sure.
we're moving forward.
Okay.
So just want to make sure everybody knows how thankful we are.
That's why I wanted to. You were positive throughout the whole thing, at least publicly. Why were you so positive?
That's publicly.
Public, I know, yeah. Okay, now
I mean, I don't know, it just, why would you think the other way until it hits? And so we planned optimistically, and you know, fortunately, we were fortunate in that situation. Really happy with Rasir. Excited to get going.
What was it like for you to be able to make that phone call to him?
It was good. I was actually on the road. I was on the road recruiting, and Kurt called me, and I called him, and he was really really thankful and excited. Called his family. They were really appreciative and excited. And so, like I said, man, it's, you know, I knew there was gonna be one day of these questions, but appreciative of everybody's help. Rasir handled everything great, and all the parties involved, I think, handled things great and ready to get going and moving forward now.
Whether Italy or first practices, how have you seen that backcourt, that trio then complement each other?
Well, yeah, you know, Prentice actually been out the last couple of days with a concussion, so he'll get back on the floor today. We really hadn't played them a lot together, honestly, you know, because I've been playing Rasir at the one and Tyrese at the one on other teams. We've been splitting teams up, and so we'll start putting them together a little bit more once I can get Trey a little bit more comfortable at the one. And, you know, we get Prentice back healthy.
Why did he just...
Any other health?
No, that was it. Prentice the only one, and you know, he was probably out most of last week, and then we took the weekend off. We got to get 12 off days, take the weekend off. We were able to get a couple in the bank, and so this is day 4, and then we've had 3 off days. So.
How did he do the concussion? How did he suffer the concussion?
I think his head bumped Solomon's knee or one of our players' knees in a drill. You know, it's just kind of a fluke deal. But Prentice is a tough kid, but he had to. He had to obviously go through the protocol, and he's back now and ready to go.
How good is he defensively?
He's got a chance to be good. I mean, he can really harass the ball. He's competitive. He draws charges. You know, so we're going to need that. We're smaller on the perimeter than we've been. So we're, you know, Trey, Rasir, guys like Prentice, they got to be really active on the ball.
Did he come here with that, or is that something he learned here?
No, I mean, he played for Larry. So
Okay,
I mean,
that's where I
Larry's
was
a great
headed.
defensive coach. I mean, I think we had a couple of teams here that have been pretty good defensively, that have been top 50 defensive teams. But I think he probably got, you know, it's in his DNA probably before he went out to Colorado State. But Larry obviously makes a point of emphasis from a toughness and competitive standpoint, and I think that helps.
Do you feel good where you are right now, given the Italy trip and then coming back and having a handful of practices? Where are you at right now?
Yeah, I feel really good. And actually, you know, you leave the court, and as coaches, you know, we're anal. We want everything to be perfect, and you leave out of there like, man, maybe it wasn't what I wanted. And then you go back and, you know, yesterday I just sat down and watched the tape over here in the office all afternoon and kind of went through it. And I think we're getting better in some areas, and we're ahead of some areas offensively. But just, yeah, I think we're in a good place right now. Now we've got a long way to go because now Rasir is officially eligible. We've got to kind of push in that way we want to go offensively, defensively. But yeah, I feel good about where we're at for sure.
How much of that do you credit Italy?
Yeah, Italy was big. You know, the 10 practices, because we're not teaching a lot, and we've just, you know, we've already know our 5 out. We already know our 4 out. Now we're just adding to that and just continue to rep the concepts and pace of play and conditioning and things like that. But Italy was big, more so just from an understanding. And we still got guys that got to catch up and catch up to speed. But I think, you know, we've got a core group that knows what's going on and doing a really good job.
Is there a chance you guys look radically different than you have your previous 4 years because of the two bigs, or maybe you're playing more zone or, I mean, high-low stuff that we haven't seen? I mean,
Yeah,
how much of that's to figure out?
We're figuring that out right now. You know, the thing we haven't taken a huge look at, we had it in this summer, and we'll put it in here shortly, is stuff to do when Solomon and George, if they end up on the court at the same time. The first week and a half, I just really want to establish our core defensive principles. We'll add some three-quarter court pressure this week, some post trapping this week, some things like that. Offensively, we're always adding and tweaking with things, but we haven't gone really small, and we haven't gone really big yet. You know, we played Zion a lot at the 4, Mike Jacobson at the lock at 4. We played some small, you know, with Tyrese or Prentice Rasir at the 4, but it could be a lot different because it's different. Mike played at the 5 all year last year. Now he's playing majority of reps at the 4, and you know, we got to figure out the nuances with that. You know, we're smaller when we go with 4 guards than last year. We were really big with 4 guards, so we got to figure out that. But you know, we'll do some things different defensively for sure. That with certain lineups that I think we've got to be locked in with.
Do you look? I mean, you mentioned George and Solo. Do you look at Mike as being different than those two guys?
In a little bit, but sometimes no. I mean, you know, you talk about high-low. You know, there could be a place for that at times. But everything's going to flow into our concepts and how we want to play from a spacing and movement standpoint and cutting standpoint. So it's kind of like yes and no. I mean, in ways, yes. What I think Mike provides at the 4, that he's done a great job. He's always facing the basket for the most part, and he's a really, really good offensive rebounder. Trying to really stress that because you know we got to figure out some other ways. Now, how do you get to 75? I always kind of say, how do you get to 75 to 80? You know, in our league, I think that's kind of like the calling number, unless you're top 5, 10 defensive team in the country.
I mean, this week will be about a month away from the actual season already. How do you have things laid out in terms of like a couple scrimmages to try to set?
Yeah, well, we've got 3 more weeks. This is Monday. We got 3 full weeks, and then we'll scrimmage back-to-back weekends. So into week 3, into week 4, starting today, we'll have 2 scrimmages before we open up at Mississippi Valley. And so 3 weeks is a lot. You know, that's at least 15 to 18 probably 15 practices. And so. You know, like I said, we want to get some zone in, some three-quarter court pressure, some post defensive rules, and then offensive. We've got a good package in right now. It's more, you know, you add your underneath out of bounds, side of bounds, special situations. So I think we've got to be really definitive in those situations with this group, so you're able to steal a game here and there